job friends, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. Today we're going to start with your quantitative aptitude class, and that is your class is your 190. We had done your 189 core classes of the session, and today we'll continue with 190 here. We were in that in 190 we had to start with arithmetical ability. We had started off. We had done many of the topics related to it, and we'll continue with the time and distance which we had started in the last classes as well. So here in time and distance we'll start discussing where we had done your 61th question in the last classes. So here we go for the same here. And so before starting with the same, as I told you many times, that is a huge quiz to all the viewers here. So please go ahead with like, share and subscribe. The 62th question we have here is: a man covers a certain distance at some speed. Had he moved 3 km per hour faster, he would have taken 40 minutes less. If he had moved 2 km per hour slower, he would have taken 40 minutes more. The distance in kilometer is that has been asked in SSC examination paper. Options were 35, 36 2 by 3, 7 1 by 2 and 40 here. So we go for the same. 62. A man covered a certain distance at some speed. Had he moved 3 km per hour faster, he would have taken 40 minutes less. If he had moved 2 km per hour slower, he would have taken 40 minutes more. The distance in kilometer. This has been asked in SSC examination paper. So the options for the same we have here is 35, 36 2 by 3, 37 1 by 2 and 40 kilometers. So we go for the same here. Let's find it out. So here we let distance equals to x kilometer and usual rate equals to y kilometer per hour. X by y minus x by y plus 3 equals to 40 by 60, or 2y y plus 3 equals to 9x, and x by y minus x by y plus 20 equals to 7 by 4, or y plus 20 equals 20x upon 7. on dividing 1 by 2, we get y equals to 60. Substituting y equals to 60 in 1, we get x equals to 420 kilometer. So that is, we'll get here y equals to 60, which is then y equals to 420 kilometer per hour. So that is how you have to answer it out all the questions here respectively. Now we'll discuss the another one. That is, the another question is your 63rd question of the session. Let's go for it. So here that is x y by 3 40 by 62 y x by 3 equals to 9x. So I had done the wrong equation here, sorry. And x minus 2 minus x by y equals to 40 upon 60 for y minus 2 equals to 3x. So on dividing 1 by 2, we get x equals to 40 kilometer. So x equals to 40 kilometer will be the right answer. Now we go for another question, and that is the another important one here, which is we have to cover up, and that is your 63rd question of the session, and that we have as follows. So here we go for the same. So the question we have, 63rd question. A car travels from P to Q at a constant speed. If its speed were increased by 10 km per hour, it would have taken 1 hour lesser to cover the distance. It would have taken further 45 minutes lesser if the speed was further increased by 10 km per hour. What is the distance between the two cities? That the options for the same we have here is 420 kilometer, 540 kilometer, 600 kilometer, and 650 kilometer. So we go for the same 63rd question here. A car travels from P to Q at a constant speed. If its speed were increased by 10 km per hour, it would have taken 1 hour lesser to cover the distance. It would have taken further 45 minutes lesser if the speed was further increased by 10 km per hour. What is the distance between the two cities? So option is 420, 540, 600 and 650 km per hour. Let's go for the same. Let distance equals to x kilometer and usual rate equals to y kilometer per hour. Then x upon y minus y, x upon y plus 10 equals to 1, or y plus 10 equals to 10x, and x upon y minus x upon y plus 20 equals to 7 upon 4. On dividing 1 by 2, we get y equals to 60. Substituting y equals to 60 in 1, we get x equals to 420 km. Now we go for another question, so that we have to talk about it, which has been the 64th question of the session here, and that we have as follows. 64th question that we have is: a train can travel 50% faster than a car. Both start from point A at the same time and reach point B 75 kilometers away from A at the same time. On the way, however, the train lost about 12.5 minutes while stopping at the stations. The speed of the car is: options were 100 km per hour, 110 km per hour, 120 km per hour, and 130 km per hour. This has been the important question because this has been asked in the MAT examination paper as well. So we go for the same. So a train can travel 50% faster than a car. Both start from point A at the same time and reach point B 75 km away from the A at the same time. On the way, however, the train lost 12.5 minutes while stopping at the station. the speed of the car is, this has been asked in math examination paper. Option is 100 km per hour, 110 km per hour, 120 km per hour and 130 km per hour. So we go for the same here. So on the same way, and that has been asked in the math examination paper. So the options for the same, it will be 100 km per hour, 110 km per hour, 120 km per hour and 130 km per hour. So we're gonna solve that, and that we have as follows. Let the speed of the train be 64th question here. So let the speed of the train be x km per hour and that of the car be y km per hour. So then 120 by x plus 480 by y equals to 8, or 1 upon x plus 4 upon y equals to 1 upon 15, and 200 upon x plus 400 upon y equals to 25 by 3, or the same, it will be 1 upon x plus 2 by y equals to 1 upon 24. Same way we are solving it out. So solving this 1 and second, we get solving this 1 and 2, so we get x is equals to 60 and y equals to 80. So ratio of the speed equals to 60 ratio 80, 3 ratio 4. Now we go for another question, which is another important question here, and that we have as follows, which is your 65th question of the session. So 65th question of the session we have here as follows. Sixty-fifth question we have, excluding stoppages, the speed of a bus is 54 km per hour, and including stoppages, it is 45 km per hour. For how many minutes does the bus stop per hour? Which is being asked in NEFT examination paper. Options were 9, 10, 12 and 20. Excluding stoppages, the speed of a bus is 54 km per hour, and including stoppages, it is 45 km per hour. For how many minutes? Does the bus stop per hour? is asking NIFT examination paper. So that we talk about it here. The options were 9, 10, 12 and 20. So we go for the same. So here we go. That we have as follows. For this, so for the stoppages that we talk about it here, it will be as so due to the stoppages it covers 9 kilometer. Next, time taken to cover 9 kilometer. Goes to 9 upon 54 into 60 minute, which is equals to 10 minute. That we have as an answer here. Now we go for another question, which is of course an important one, and that is the important question we have. We'll go for it. That is, a car covers a distance of 715 km at a constant speed. If the speed of the car would have been 10 km per hour more, then it would have taken 2 hours less to cover the same distance. What is the original speed of the car? Options were 45 km per hour, 50 km per hour, 55 km per hour and 65 km per hour. So we go for the same. That is your 66th question of the session. A car covers a distance of 715 km at a constant speed if the speed of the car would have been 10 km per hour more, then it would have taken two hours less to cover. The same distance. What is the original speed of the car? That we have. The options were 45 km per hour, 50 km per hour, 55 km per hour and 65 km per hour. So we go for the solution here. So here we go. Let the original speed be x kilometer per hour. Then 715 upon x minus 715 upon x plus 10 equals to 2x x plus 10 equals to 7150. X squared plus 10x minus 35 x squared plus x plus 10x minus 3575 equals to 0. So x plus 65 and x minus 55 equals to 0. So x equals to 55 kilometer per hour. Okay, that is what we have as an answer here. Now we go for the next question, that is the important one, that we have as follows as well. Where a car travels from P to Q at a constant speed if the speed were increased by 10 km per hour. Where that is we have to talk about for the 67th question of the session here, and that is of course being the important one, and that is we will discuss in the further questions as well. So that is, it would have taken 1 hour lesser to cover the distance p, and it would have taken further 45 minutes lesser if the speed was further increased, and that is, it would be further increased by 10 km per hour. What is the distance between the two cities here? The options were 420 km, 540 km, 600 km and 650 km. So we go for the same here. That is 67th question. A car travels from P to Q at a constant speed if its speed was increased by 10 km per hour. It would have taken 1 hour lesser to cover the distance. It would have taken further 45 minutes lesser if the speed was further increased by 10 km per hour. What is the distance between the two cities? Option is 420 km, 540 km, 600 km and 650 km. So we go for the same here, and here we go. and that is the very important one. So for that, so where the question will be the that 50 kilometer. We'll discuss the rest of the question in the next coming class. So here we're going to end up with. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion on the comment box. Please like, share and subscribe so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. Thank you.